Good morning, Janey. It's early morning in my garden. I'm Julia Veenstra, and I am in Zone 5B or 5, I never really know, in Southern Ontario, in Hamilton, Ontario. And I am a gallery and studio artist, as well as an avid gardener. I find that gardening, like painting, is all about layers, color, and composition. So I'm thrilled to show you my garden. I'm starting out, you asked, so I'll tell you, I'm starting out a new YouTube page, the Living and Working Artfully, and it's going to be all about my studio, my gallery, and my garden. So I'm gonna take you for a little tour, and I'll end up maybe with some spring photos at the end. Thanks for asking about this, Janey. Here's the entrance to my garden. I believe I forgot to tell you my YouTube name is Julia Veenstra Artist, if your followers would love to come and follow along. My garden, this is the secret garden. You can't see it from the road, and I just adore it. And fall, we had a few frosts actually this week, which is turning the colors so gorgeous. Look at all these siennas and yellows, and oh my goodness, it's beautiful. So I took advantage of a few weeks ago, we had some beautiful warm weather, and I started dividing some of my grasses, and I planted new plants for the spring. So I can't wait for spring. This is an oak leaf hydrangea who loves its life in my garden. My hydrangeas do, my incredible hydrangeas do really well. We've lost some leaves on my elderberry, but things here are just starting to turn color and die off here in my garden, because I live down right by Lake Ontario, and somehow I've got a little climate that keeps the trees green, even though Ontario is past its peak everywhere else. So here is the lovely, there's a dogwood back there. Look at the colors that are happening in my fall garden. It is inspiring to me. So I'll whip you through. This bed was full of cosmos and tulips in the spring, and it's beautiful. I can't wait. I have to plant probably a couple hundred tulips in here this year. My Empress Wu hostas, they're only 2 years old. They'll get much bigger. We did take apart my planter box on my studio because we have to get it ready before it freezes to be able to put Christmas stuff in. So those plants just got removed and then plopped back on the top. Here's the entrance to my studio, and look at those miscanthus grasses. Isn't that something? Can you hear the waves? I hope it's not too loud. It's quite a wavy day today. There's my house. I pad out from that sliding door out to my studio where I do my work. I have a lot of garden art as well, which are thrifted finds. This big leaf, believe it or not, I got at a garage sale. I love it. And then here's a bed full of wonderful things. I don't do a lot of drift planting, but I do some. I have a lot of one-off plants. Here's where I divided my Japanese grass. I'm looking forward to that stand next year. And I do have a very small drift of the heuchera. But my stand of incredibles, they literally are incredible. And I thought, you know what, it might be cheesy, but let's make this euonymus into a heart. It's kind of fun. I have fallen in love with the salvia, the annual salvia this year. I'm so sad that it doesn't come back. there's the lake, if you can see it. And then I've got another stand of amazing hydrangeas, but look at, they are protecting this little patch of salvia that I have here that is going so great. It is almost mid-November. Some zinnias are still living, and a few more empress woos that are just catching the frost. We just planted this river birch, and I've got a Cosmo that is hanging on. That was a little volunteer. I did transplant this miscanthus grass, so it's kind of lost its glory this year, but next year it will be great. And I filled this garden bed with tulips, so I cannot wait. I'll take you outside my gate. So I had read some comments on your request that people had said their gardens had been put to bed. And I agree, I have been starting to do that. But you can't help but be inspired by even the plants that are failing, the dying plants, the colors that they give us, the layers in the garden. This is my beach grass area that I just love. Look at the brown and the sienna of the grasses and the wonderful fluffy heads. Unlike you, Janey, I don't know all the names to all the plants, but I do know the color, and I love it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you for all you do. You are inspiring to me. I love following your family and your new move. It's gonna be great. We did that here. None of this garden was here 6 years ago, and we planted it all. Thanks again, Janey.